Good morning, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. It's Thursday, January 25th. Cheetah Craft, it is a cold morning out there.
It really is. We are below the freezing point in Conroe, Cleveland this morning, almost close to it. If you're checking in Tomball with us, down to 33, 31 in Columbus, 35 for Pearland. Sugar Land this morning, even on the island, we're below 50. So compared to yesterday morning, we are anywhere from 1 to 7 degrees colder. So again, you really do need those jackets. You need that coat. If you needed it yesterday, if you went outside and you're like, oh, it's cold, it's even colder this morning. So keep the jacket handy. It's still going to be cool even for your lunchtime hour. If you were out and about yesterday afternoon, we can almost push repeat from yesterday with high temperatures checking in the mid to low 60s. But it's kind of a cool mid to low 60s because our winds are still out of the northeast. So that does add a little bit of a chill out there. Darby, we will talk about our weekend rain chances. So don't put the umbrellas too far coming up next.
All right. Thank you, Cheetah. So rain maybe on the way. We'll find out coming up in just a minute. Out the door, pretty quiet for the most part. Not much happening out there. And we're looking to the southwest side. So West Park, Tollway, Southwest Freeway, Highway 90A, South Main. We're looking at you. Take a look at our Houston TransStar shot of the Southwest Freeway here at Bissonnette, just inside the tollway. The tail lights heading into town. You can see really light volume. And that's kind of like that all over town right now, so we like that. Yeah, 27 minutes from Highway 36 in Rosenberg to downtown, so no problems. West Park Tollway averaging 72 miles per hour, looking good. And 90A headed to the Med Center coming in from Missouri City, just 9 minutes from Gessner into 610.
Thanks, Darby. It's 2 minutes after. The flu epidemic is not slowing down, and now schools, they're stepping up their responses to it. We've also learned about the latest local flu death. Unfortunately, a 61-year-old woman from Galveston died earlier this month.
We've had several other deaths in the Houston area, and in North Texas, more than 40 people have lost their lives. It's led to a lot of questions about the virus.
Yeah, Brandy's here now to verify the flu fact from the flu fiction. Brandy?
Yeah, guys, the flu epidemic is taking a turn for the worse. Just look at how it's spread. The CDC already reporting 30 child deaths since October. And there's a lot of misinformation out there being spread on social media. So our Verify team went to work. Here are some flu fast facts to set the record straight. Have you seen this number going around claiming 85% of the children who died from the flu weren't vaccinated? That is false. A CDC spokesman says the agency doesn't know yet which kids were vaccinated and which weren't. That stat comes from past seasons, during which the CDC says, in general, 85% of pediatric deaths are unvaccinated. Next fact, you can get the flu twice in the same season. That is true, according to the CDC. There are multiple strains of the flu, so even if you were sick earlier in the season with one strain, you could get sick from another. Getting the vaccine could prevent that, though. Will breathing in the air of a sick person make you sick? This one checks out. The University of Maryland did a study that says breathing spreads tiny infectious droplets that stay suspended in the air for a very long time. Last but not least, do at-home remedies like chicken soup and airborne help cure the flu? Sorry, but this one is false. All right, so if you're trying to stay healthy, doctors say get the flu shot. Duh. Wash your hands pretty often. If you have more questions that we haven't been able to answer, stick around. Check back in the next half hour. We've got an expert coming in to join us. She'll be able to take your questions. That's new in our 6 a.m. hour. Russ?
Okay, we'll see you then, Brandy. Thanks. A bad crash over in East Houston. Police say a father and a son were in a pickup truck speeding into the Washburn Tunnel. The truck hit a curb, rolled several times, and the 29-year-old father died in that wreck. His 14-year-old son in the passenger seat was thrown from the truck, and he went to the hospital in serious condition. This morning, police are searching for 3 men who kidnapped a man, stole his car in Spring Branch last night. Houston police say the thieves forced the man into the car as he tried to keep them from stealing it. Well, the man's son saw what happened, got into another car and gave chase. He crashed into those men along Long Point and Antoine. His dad managed to escape. The suspects, though, they started shooting, and then they stole the son's car. One of the bullets grazed somebody nearby. And new overnight, one car crash turned into a 7-car pileup on I-10 near 59. Authorities say 4 people were hurt. At least one of them had to be cut out of a vehicle, and investigators aren't sure yet what caused that initial crash.
Today, the 15-year-old Kentucky boy charged with murdering 2 classmates will face a judge. The Marshall County High School sophomore is also accused of injuring 18 other students in Tuesday's shooting spree. Prosecutors want to try him as an adult, which means he could soon learn the suspect's name. Nearly 5 years after the fertilizer plant explosion, the city of West Texas will be paid a $10.4 million settlement. 4 different chemical companies were found negligent in how they stored dangerous chemicals in that city. 15 people were killed, 250 were injured in the blast. Many of the victims who died were firefighters. The money going to the city of West will compensate for damages not covered by insurance or government grants.
It's 5 minutes after overnight. President Trump landed in Switzerland to attend the World Economic Forum. And while he's there, the president is expected to push his America First agenda. CBS's Gavin Ramjan has details now from London.
President Trump is in Davos, Switzerland today for the World Economic Forum. Shortly before takeoff, Mr. Trump held an impromptu press conference with reporters where he insisted his administration's tax cuts and deregulation will make the U.S. more appealing to foreign investors.
I'm going to Davos to get them to bring back a lot of money. They're going to invest a lot of money in this country.
Some at the conference view recent U.S. decisions on trade as a sign of protectionism. Leaders from Germany, India and Italy, though, among those urging against such policies.
We need free trade, free market.
The president arrives in Davos with 2 issues lingering over him back at home: immigration and the Russia investigation. At that same pre-flight Q&A with reporters, the president insisted he's looking forward to being interviewed by special counsel Robert Mueller.
Oh, I would do it under oath, yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Trump also spoke on DACA. When asked about a path towards citizenship for immigrants brought here illegally as children, he said, quote, "It's going to happen at some point in the future over a period of 10 to 12 years. Gavin Ramjan, CBS News, London.
Later this morning, the president expected to hold talks with both the British and Israeli prime ministers, and then tomorrow he will deliver the keynote address before then returning to the U.S.
Come July, 4 more baseball greats will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Larry Chipper Jones, Vladimir Guerrero, Jim Thome, and Trevor Hoffman. Former Astros pitcher Roger Clemens earned 57% of the vote from baseball writers. He is up 3% from last year, but still fell short. Both Clemens and Barry Bonds have faced an uphill battle over a suspicion they used steroids.
But the numbers are going up for them, so they're encouraged. I bet that maybe they'll get in. It's 7 minutes after 5. All right, it is dry out there this morning. It is really cold, but Cheetah, you're also looking for a change coming this weekend.
We are going to see a pretty big change as we head into Friday evening, so tomorrow night into your Saturday morning forecast. You'll see that here in a second. This morning it is cold. If you're about to head outside, grab that coat. We are starting off with partly cloudy skies this morning. Throughout the day today, I'm still expecting lots of sunshine. So your Thursday, January 25th bus stop forecast. Temperatures build to 58 by your lunchtime hour. High temperatures in the mid to low 60s. We are about the same as yesterday, meaning partly cloudy skies. Clouds will build in, but sunshine will continue to linger with dry conditions. Let me show you what will change, though, for tomorrow evening. So satellite and radar picture here locally. You can see from College Station down to Galveston this morning, just a few high clouds trickling in. But otherwise, you're starting off this morning with mainly clear skies. I take you out to the Pacific Northwest. There's the next cold front that I'm tracking. Behind it, we have some cold air behind it. We also have a lot of moisture along with this system. So that'll continue to track from west to east. When it does, that will be impacting us again late Friday into Saturday. Let me show you on our future track. Dry forecast today. Dry forecast for most of the day tomorrow. 4:30, your morning commute dry. Even your lunchtime hour, Friday, should be dry. As we head into late afternoon and evening, that's when most of the moisture tries to move in, mainly south of I-10 tomorrow, but then more widespread light scattered showers expected early Saturday morning. So overnight Friday into Saturday, most of the rain becomes more widespread, maybe pockets of some moderate downpours, and then most of this tries to push offshore by about Saturday afternoon, leaving us with a dry forecast Sunday, Monday, and most of next week. We return back into the 60s. So today, again, 64 this afternoon, similar there for tomorrow. Clouds, though, will continue to build in, kind of thicken up. So the 30% chance for a few showers will mainly come your late afternoon, early evening hours, continuing to kind of build up overnight. Early, first portion of the day Saturday, yeah, it kind of looks like widespread showers. And then once the rain moves out, Darby, we have a nice forecast for most of next week, but a little bit of everything in this
Well, at least we have next week. Thank you, Cheetah. All right.